all about the climb. Do you believe it? How's your climb going? Are you close to the top? Do you need to rest for a while? Perhaps just let go of striving to move forward and be completely grateful for where you are. Today's a special Sunday in the history of Unity of Naples. It is a time where an aspect of the transition is closing and a new forward motion will be taking place. So this is the end of my time in residence here with you at Unity of Naples. And it's been a real joy and a pleasure. And I want to let you know what we have accomplished through this time. And then I want to share with you a beautiful ceremony that has been my intention since I got to know the very lovely Reverend Eileen. You know, the first time I came here and every time we met, one of the things I heard Reverend Eileen say over and over again is, who's going to take care of the congregation? Who's listening to what they have to say? Are they getting what they want? Because there was so much busyness about cleaning up grounds and rooms and all those types of things that she has held for 14 years the heart of this community. And I'm delighted to be a part of this process of honoring her, of celebrating her, and being her buddy. More to come. So we're starting this month, June, with the power of strength. And Charles Fillmore says that strength is the ability to endure, to stay the course, to persevere, to persist until the miracle arrives, until the demonstration is done. So as we practice these 12 powers that Fillmore has described as the faculties, the powers of God in man, the potential of God found in the human experience, we use them to strengthen ourselves. And here's the key. We practice them. Otherwise, it's just yada, yada, yada. So strength doesn't necessarily mean the strength that Samson had holding up the walls of the temple or the strength that we get doing weights in the gym, but strength is more than that. It's about the enduring, persistent power of trusting the process, trusting that God is present no matter what, that God is here now with us, even though our mind is filled with opinions. We let the opinions go to get a room by themselves, as somebody once said. But you've never changed the experience of life through your opinion. Keep your opinion to yourself. That's the one who needs it the most. So in looking at where we're going to go today with the persistence of strength, we know that we're in a process of calling to the next co-minister that will be working with Reverend Eileen. And so I want to let you know the packet is done and it is sent in to Unity Worldwide Ministries. And so the search team is anxiously awaiting the applications and the programs that we have set up are already in motion. In spiritual leadership, we have Janine Hedberg, our licensed Unity teacher. And we have Nancy Jacklow, also our licensed Unity teacher. We have Jesse and Amy. And Jesse has stepped forward to be one of our Sunday speakers. Now, why are you clapping so much? Is it because you see the light in Jesse's eyes? You see the love between he and Amy, and how beautiful the music they create together is, and how inspiring it is to see these two and their beautiful daughter. As we grow and expand the consciousness of Unity of Naples, for we are a spiritual community. We're not a church. We're a spiritual community dedicated to loving each other from the highest and best within each and every one of us. We are a community where you can celebrate, where you can sob, where you can get spiritual help, you can get guidance, you can listen to incredible music. My goodness, look on the back of your sheet from today at all the different classes we have coming up. And I don't know if any of you have taken that breath class, but OMG, is that not wonderful? So check out that retreat that's coming up. So our affirmation this month is, I am strong. I persist because failure is not an option. The pattern to persist, that strength, allows us to keep practicing our faith in the unseen possibilities until it becomes an experience we can all share. You know, we all know how to gab about vision and what we want and what we dream of, and that's so important that we do that. And then what's important if we do our dream and create our vision is we enroll our super team to support us in not giving up. So whether your super team is the board or the chaplains or a class with our licensed Unity teachers or the Sunday music and message, we are here to demonstrate what the world needs now. Not so much what we need, but we are here to say, yes, I will go through a personal transformation. I no longer will be the same person that I was last year. I'm going to be more than that. And I'm going to be more loving, more grateful, more spiritual, more inspiring, and more generous. Because those are the core qualities of Unity of Naples. These are the qualities y'all said were most important to you. So remember your superpower. Do you remember your superpower? Your superpower is, no matter what, I am willing. No matter what, I am willing. So even if I'm afraid, even if I don't know how, even if I don't want to, I am willing to move forward in faith, not fear. Because faith and joy and enthusiasm draws to us that which we long to experience. So I'm willing. I don't have to know how. A greater power than me, a group power, will know what needs to happen for this community to step forward. And that group power is all about y'all, too. Your board is dedicated to listening to you, is dedicating to working alongside of you. It's not some separate group that meets once or twice a month. It is a group that, I swear to you, they're all here just about every day of the week. I am amazed at the love this board demonstrates for this community. So remember this from Rev. Eileen's talk last week, the note. Did any of you look at it? Did any of you practice it? I love it. So this is the power of evolution. It comes from divine order, because divine order is we evolute. What I learned in seminary is God involutes and man evolutes. And so when we want to become more enlightened, when we want to become more powerful, when we want to become more conscious and awake to the power we all have, we release the attachment to the outcome in any situation. Can you do that? Is it easy? Well, I don't think so. I'm telling you. When I stop expecting anything from the world, from my friends, from my family, and myself, I raise into a higher level of consciousness. I'm open. I'm willing. I'm teachable. I want to learn. When I stop reacting and thinking I need to be right, there's a space that's created. There's breathing room in your body. You ever notice when you say, I'm right, I know I'm right, I saw this in a dream, I know I'm right. If you know you're right from that energy field, it's not the right energy field, because we don't need to tell anybody. We just know when we're right. It is not an energy field of grasping or grabbing. It is an energy field of, what's next? Fill me, Holy Spirit. Let me learn what's next on my path. Freely, lovingly, then the world can give us what we need. But we're not in control. Can you believe that? You're not in control. Anybody need to feel they are in control. You can meet us after the service, and I want to learn from you. Because one thing I've learned through all these years is I'm not in control, but I'm a co-creator with something exciting, something more than what I'm experiencing right now. So one of the things that we have done through this transition period is we've looked at what do we really want? Well, we know we don't want a head minister. You know what I mean? Somebody who's going to come in and tell us what we are to do, how they vision our ministry growing and developing. But what we want is a partner in what we've already said. This is who we are. This is where we want to go. This is who we are. You want to join with us. And we've learned team is not as easy as just saying we function as a team. That we don't always have the communication skills that we need to let everybody feel included in a plan. That we need to stretch and grow the way we see each other. And we need to be willing, no matter what, to deeply listen. But you know, some of us like action more than we like listening. You notice that? Anybody resonate with that? Let's get her on. Let's get going. Quit talking about the past. Let's move to the future. Well, we had to do a lot of healing here when I first came. Whether or not you believed it was necessary, I know it was necessary, because there was so much pain, confusion, frustration, and disappointment. But I knew with every person I met, every person I saw in leadership, they loved this community so very much. That's all they cared about, is how do I participate in co-creating something that's as wonderful as I remember it used to be. Because it's never going to go back to what it was, but it can go more than what it was. And I promise you, Jack Kern is counting on you to make it better than what it was. He never wanted to be the mark of the best. He wanted to inspire people to go forth. When you look at this campus, you look at, the people that are donating their time and their energy and their resources to cleaning it up. Every time you come, doesn't it look better? Every single time you come, it looks better. Now, does it happen magically? It happens because there are a small group of dedicated people who love these grounds so much that they want to see them shine at their best. Every event we had this fall, whether it was Spirit Fest, whether it was the artist group, no matter what it was, people would come and say, I didn't know this was back here. Wow. And then one, I heard this woman say, well, I'm not a churchy person. And I said, good, because we're not a churchy church. We are a spiritual community who welcome you just as you are, where you are on your path, and we want to support you in demonstrating what you long to demonstrate inside of yourself. Don't you long to demonstrate something? Am I alone? What do you long to demonstrate, Dave? There you go. Absolutely. Life with gusto. Bill, what about you? What do you long to demonstrate? Gratefulness. Lovely. Angela. Acceptance. Listen to this. Wink.
I'm with Bill. Gratitude.
Yeah. Michelle.
Well, David took mine, so I was going to say love originally, but I'll say truth.
Wonderful. Janine.
Power of love to nourish.
Nourishing. Nancy, what do you long to demonstrate?
Joy.
Amen, sister. Let's do that. So, as I leave here next week, I will be staying in touch with the search team, with the board, with Rev Eileen, and with others by phone, by Zoom, by whatever means, by text. Don't we do everything by text anymore? Some of us do, because we have to. Because our emails are so full. Anyway, I want you to know that my presence is still going to be here. I want the highest and best for this community. June 17th is Unity's annual convention, and trust me, I'm scouting out. I'm scouting out who's out there. And the search team, when the applicants come in, I'm not going to tell you who's on the search team, because you know what will happen? Every week you're going to go to them. Have we gotten any yet? Who have we gotten? Haven't we gotten anything? And then the murmuring becomes. Do you remember the murmuring? We had that about 6 months ago. We did not have safe space because so many people with opinions thought that they needed to share their opinions. And the only reason they did that was out of love for this community, out of a deep, abiding love for wanting the best of what could happen here. But you know what we've learned? We've learned that the murmurings don't bring us closer together. The murmurings don't attract other people to coming and sharing space with us. But what does attract people is our willingness to be grateful, to pray, to have classes in which we can learn about spiritual principle. Reverend Eileen's doing a new member class now. And these are the ways that we find how we can serve the community. And from there, we build teams of people. I want people on teams where they're passionate. Don't say, oh my God, I'm on the usher team yet another time. The usher team is super fun, isn't it, Wink? Yeah. Good answer, Wink. Get to meet lots of people. And people get to know you. So all of the teams have their benefits, their pluses, and there are a few minuses. Very few minuses. But if you're experiencing a minus, get off the team. because all you're doing is blocking the energy from somebody who would love to be on the team. You cannot burn out, my beloveds, if you're doing what you're passionate about doing. And if you're not passionate, let it go. Let it go. So, there are 6 areas that I focused on while I was here. I said 6, but in my mind I'm pausing because I'm thinking, was it 5 or 6? So we'll find out. Focused on the focused on the history of this church, so that we explored where we started. We explored every era of minister. We explored what the accomplishments were, where the disappointments were, where the unfinished business was. And then we looked at the mission, vision, and core values. So are we on purpose? Are we focusing with every decision we make? Are we focusing on what our mission statement is? Are we staying mission focused? We focused on connections. How are we connecting with each other? Do we have lots of ways of connecting? One of the things I know about you all is you love to eat. Boy, you love to eat. And that higher ground is incredible, isn't it? And you've had ministers who've made a remarkable difference in the history of this community. But leadership needed some tweaking. In the course of transitions of different ministers, what got left aside was training leaders. And one of the things that, as a transitional specialist, I say this not to ensure a job for me, but you can't have your minister train your board. The minister needs to be a part of the board, and you need to have somebody outside bring in new eyes, new ideas, new best practices, new information, new books. So you need to be nurturing and calling up everyone. Classes are vitally important. One of the things that we just found out from our One Voice is what they want to be able to do is not have maybe a nighttime class, but after Sunday, go over to the gathering room and deepen the conversation about what the Sunday service was about. So my hope is that we all are interested in deepening our experience of the Sunday service. In Ephesians, we are told that we are God's masterpiece. Can you believe that? That you are God's masterpiece. And in being that masterpiece, talking negatively about yourself does you no good, does it? It's not that positive thinking makes you a bliss ninny. Positive thinking changes the vibration in your body. And you can't demonstrate what you long for until you heal those hidden beliefs that you've got inside of you. You can't put an affirmation on a wound and expect to heal. But we do have that because we're a society of instant gratification, right? Okay, I worked on this for 2 weeks. Why aren't I over it? You ever had a reoccurring situation, a pattern of behavior that you wondered where it was coming from, but you know you had experienced it before? And I'd like to call the board of directors up here on the platform. I'd like to call Reverend Eileen up to the platform. Now, in case any of you don't know this,
What? What is she going to say?
you never know, do you? Reverend Eileen is well trained to be a minister. She is a minister of a New Thought branch of that lost a lot of the records. So when Unity said, we want you to have a Unity ordained minister in your lead position here, I said, there's nobody that demonstrates unity better than this lady here. Through the years, even teaching the classes, the important unity classes were taught by Rev Eileen. She held the heart and the soul of this community together. So I was absolutely thrilled that I got a special dispensation for Reverend Eileen Biaglo to be Unity of Naples Unity Minister. There you go. Want to stand here? So now she has to answer some questions. They're hard, too.
Better hold on to this. Go ahead.
Reverend Eileen, are you willing to dedicate yourself to the principles of truth as taught and exemplified by the Christ and interpreted by Unity World Ministries?
Yes, I am.
Are you willing to demonstrate that God is absolute good, everywhere present?
Yes, I am.
Do you believe that every human being is an expression of the divine?
Yes, I do.
That their true essence is of God?
Yes, it is.
And therefore, they are inherently good.
Absolutely true.
Are you willing to teach human beings, create their experience by the activity of their thinking?
Yes, I am.
Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought. So if you're wondering what we're saying, is it all begins in you. You are the creator of your life experience. Do you know prayer is the creative thinking that heightens the connection with God mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, healing, prosperity, and everything good?
Yes, I do.
And lastly, knowing and understanding these laws of life, also called truth, is not enough. You must live the truth you know. And Rev Eileen, you live the truth that I have known for my life. So thank you. My gift to Rev Eileen as her mentor minister, I'm going to keep my eye on her, is this gold medallion here. And the minute I saw it, I knew I had to give it to her because the mantra on the back is, I am whole. And that's what I want her to remember every time she looks at it, every time something less than comes into her mind. And I also want you to hear what the mantra stands for. It says, I am magic. I am whole in every way, shape, and form. This peace is my reminder of my wholeness. It's my reminder to love and nurture myself, to accept and embrace myself, to find peace where I am. I am whole and complete yesterday, today, here, and now. You are now. Unity of Naples, Unity Minister, Rev Eileen. Listen to these words.
I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry, all who dwell in dark and doubt, my hand will serve. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. I, the Lord of wind and flame, I will tend the poor and lame. I will set a feast for them. My hand will serve. Finest bread I will provide, till their hearts be satisfied. I will give my love to them. Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. I will hold your people in my heart.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.